Hi, my name is Angelina Eakman, and I have grit. So my parents put me in a lot of sports when I was younger. They did hockey, soccer, basketball, t-ball. I enjoyed t-ball the most because I didn't have to run a lot, so it was just around the bases. And basketball and soccer, I got winded easily. So then I started playing rec ball for Mercer in 10U, and there was one girl that I liked and I was friends with, so she pitched and I wanted to start pitching lessons. But then I broke my wrist, so I was out for half the season, and then whenever I got back I started pitching, and that's what started my pitching career. So whenever I would play travel ball, I played for Rock Elite and my dad was the coach. I would pitch a lot compared to the other girls on my team, and I would be striking out all these girls, and everyone said that I would pitch fast, which I forget how fast I pitched when I was younger, but it was faster compared to most girls my age, and I would hit farther than most of them. And so I just joined FP Select, which is my pitching coach's team. Bob Smith out of Youngstown. But yeah, he's helped me the most. I've been going to him for, I'm pretty sure, 5 years. I like my fastball because it drops. It has 7.5 inches of drop. That was at a Virginia Tech camp, but I found that out. And I've hit 70 and I'm consistently upper 60s. So tournaments are definitely a big part of it. And then going to the camps that you get invited to. So I got a lot of mail when I was getting recruited, and that definitely helped, going to the camps and getting to talk to the coaches and seeing how we connect. She saw me in Colorado at the IDT tournament, and I was playing with an older team. I was in 12U then, I believe, but I was playing up with a 14U team, and she saw me at one of the games, and I had 10 strikeouts, I believe. And she invited me to a camp after that, and it was really exciting, and I was really nervous to go there because it was my first ever one. It was at a pretty big college, so keep pushing even though you're not getting as much attention as you want to, and I would recommend posting on Twitter because that got me a few looks. Tag some coaches that you would like to see it. I started posting on Twitter, I think it was in 12U, and I would just post me hitting off a tee at home and stuff. And I got a bunch of coaches to follow me, and whenever these coaches would follow me, I'd be like, whoa, this college followed me, or this head coach of that college, and it was just really exciting, and they would like my posts, and they might have DM'd me, come to my camp, and instead of sending me mail, they would connect through Twitter. I definitely learned to work harder and try to get better because when I was younger, I didn't really have the work ethic, but since my recruiting journey started, I started getting a better work ethic and pushing harder to get where I am now. I go to the gym. I try and go 4 times a week, and then I come to Grit after to recover. I try and pitch. In the off season, I do once to twice a week, just trying to get a lot of pitches in at my pitching practice. And then during the season, I just try and pitch my games and then get a practice in if I can. It was probably, I was 16. I started coming here in July of 24, and that's when I started taking it really serious. My dad. I used to work out at home a lot, and he would tell me what to do because he used to be a bodybuilder. And then also my pitching coach, he's actually the one that wants me to come here and train with Kyle. So I started recovering a lot faster when I used the boots after leg days and red light therapy after I would pitch when my shoulder would be sore after pitching a lot of pitches. I noticed that I wouldn't be as sore afterwards or the next day, or with the boots, they really helped my legs and like the lactic acid. They all play a factor, like the explosiveness, the power, flexibility, but definitely your legs. Your legs have a lot to do with like the power you get behind your pitch, and because as a girl, our upper bodies aren't as strong as our legs. That's where most of our power comes from. So my nutrition, my uncle has me trying to eat 200 grams of protein a day, which is a lot. It's easier said than done. And I try and eat healthy, but sometimes that slips up. And then with my sleep, I try and get like 9 hours. I usually go to sleep around 10:30 and wake up around 7-ish. So I joined the Outlaws in 12U, and my head coach, Casey Shawless, he really helped me with my mental toughness. He told me I can't be crying on the field or can't be showing my emotions. So really since then, I've kind of kept a straight face when I'm pitching. I haven't really showed any emotions, even whenever like the highest highs and the lowest of lows. Just always stayed tough. So my teammates, they know how I am, and if I'm doing bad, they don't really mess with me. Not that I don't, like if they try and mess with me, I give them a bad attitude or anything. It's just when I'm in the zone, just don't mess with me. They know how I am with, if it's like a really good strikeout, I'll just walk off the field or jog off the field. I won't like scream or anything like some of these pitchers do. So my pitching coach likes to say don't suck. So I go by that, and I just try and stay mentally tough the whole time. Yeah, I try and hype myself up, like in my head, if I get a strikeout, or say I know I'm better than this girl, or know that I can strike her out. I'd say keep pushing through it. It gets hard, but you have to just remember that you're human and you will make mistakes. So talking about it with people definitely helped, and letting my teammates know that I'm struggling, or I was struggling, helped, and they really tried to help me and give me encouraging words. So my dad passed in March of 2023, and that's been really hard for me. He ended up passing due to cardiac arrest. He was my mentor and the person who I looked up to the most, so not having that and having to kind of do it myself has been a struggle. I just know that he's always been proud of me, and he always will be proud of me. No matter what, he's always said that. Doesn't matter what college. If I stop playing softball, just as long as I'm happy, he'd be proud of me. Yeah, he went by this quote, quitters never win and winners never quit. So I go by that, and I do talk to him sometimes, but I know that he can hear me and he knows how I am, so. Yeah, my pitching coach, Bob Smith, he's been a huge help. He took me in on his travel team this past fall, and he's just really been a huge help with that. So I've had some people talk bad about me that I've heard about with everything that happened with the yips and me throwing the ball really high, and that did not help. So just ignore those people that are talking bad about you and keep pushing yourself to be the best player you can be. So the girl that I talked to, she's out of Chicago, but she helped me realize that it's not connected to me, so I can get rid of it, and it's not always been there, and whatever happens, it's going to be okay. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. So they saw me in Scenic City in fall of 23, I believe, and I was with my Beverly Bandits team, and he saw me pitching, and I don't really remember the game specifically, but I know I did good. So I want to study business, and I'm not sure what specific job I want with that, whether it's going to be business management, But the end goal is to have my own facility somewhere warm because I want to live somewhere that's has better weather than Pennsylvania to coach and do lessons and just rent it out to whoever wants to use it. I enjoy going to the gym and lifting heavy weights and hanging out with my friends and family. I think they would describe me as hardworking, and I just always try and strive to be the best person that I can be. Grit to me means to always strive to be the best person you can be and always work as hard as you can. Don't put all of your trust into one college. Make sure there's at least a handful of them. Yeah, so the size doesn't matter. It's that you're getting an education. So it doesn't matter about the name or the school that you go to. It should matter about your education first. So you definitely want to make sure you fit with all of the coaches. Personally, I do better with male coaches and ones that I can joke around with. So I wouldn't really go for a school that was strict and had all female coaches. So the campus is beautiful, and it's all made out of Hokie stone, which is pretty cool. So all the buildings are very pretty, and the coaches are a very good fit for me, and I just enjoy Blacksburg. It's a college town, and everything's kind of right there. You don't need to travel far. My dad was born in 1968. So I changed to 68 after my dad passed because my original number was taken on my travel team that I joined. But originally it was 16. I picked it out. Well, my mom picked it right whenever I started, and I just stuck with it. Thank you for listening to my story, and remember, never give up.